Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'm CBS 19 Chief Meteorologist Brett Anthony here inside the CBS 19 Weather Center. Quick update, quick discussion on our severe weather potential here for the next couple of days. Certainly doesn't mean that severe weather is going to happen. I know a lot of folks have some storm anxiety. We'll try to maybe ease that just a little bit. I'm seeing some things in the data that make me feel like we might just be seeing some isolated severe thunderstorms across the area. Still, any one bad storm could cause, someone to have a bad day. But just taking a look at CBS 19 radar here this evening. And by the way, we are streaming on our YouTube channel and on CBS 19 Plus so thanks for joining us there. We're also on our Facebook page, and I welcome any questions you might have. We'll try to answer those for you. And if I go off before you get your question answered, please put that in the comments and ask, and then we can also try to look back over those. So I just appreciate everyone taking some time out here on this busy Tuesday evening. But right now, all clear across our area. We'll go up to the north. There is a tornado watch over parts of central to eastern Oklahoma and southern Kansas, though inside that watch, not a lot going on right now. Just a couple of storms. I believe that the Storm Prediction Center thought a lot more would be happening in this area. It's still a good portion of the night to go, but it is, 8:30, pushing up on 9 o'clock, and we've only had a couple of thunderstorms, and just a couple of those have been severe. So that's good news for anyone living in those areas, and just kind of good news in general that maybe the storm doesn't produce like a lot of folks are talking about. All right, satellite radar picture. I'm going to come over here and kind of go through some stuff. Still put those questions in. I'll try to go back over there and answer those. We got cloud cover. It's pretty extensive. So that cloud cover will keep things gray, warm overnight, and it's kind of humid. Temperatures tonight probably not going to drop below 70 degrees. Just with that thick cloud cover. Widening things out, the main storm system itself is this large pinwheeling area from Portland down to Los Angeles toward Denver. Just look at the size of that thing. It's a massive storm, but it's not real concentrated. So it's if you look at magnitude versus frequency, right, there's an inverse relationship. So if something's larger, it tends to produce smaller segments of storms. So if something's kind of smaller and more compact, sometimes it can create a stronger storm. We'll see if that scientific principle plays out here with the next couple of days. In the meantime, we've got a lot of moisture coming in from the Pacific. We have a frontal boundary out here to the northwest. The frontal boundary will try to be moving into East Texas. But here's the thing that's gotten a lot of folks their attention, and that is this enhanced risk. Earlier today, it went from eastern Texas and it backed up all the way almost to Abilene. So it's a large area of an enhanced risk for severe weather. It may be the fact that there are a couple of different rounds of thunderstorms that form out to the west and start moving toward Dallas and along the Red River. And so there's a chance that any one of those two thunderstorms could break off and head south closer to Tyler. And instead of breaking this up into two pieces of an enhanced risk, the Storm Prediction Center may have just made it one large area to watch. Forecast dew points tomorrow are going to be, pretty high. I mean, it's going to be muggy. That's one thing you need. You need some juice, and then you need some drier air. So certainly there is that collision between the dry air and the warm, humid air that should fire up some thunderstorms at some point during the day Wednesday. There's also a tremendous amount of energy, though you'll see a little bit less around the DFW because morning thunderstorms will be going on at that time. Those thunderstorms will move toward the Tyler area, and then we'll recharge the atmosphere. Peaks, I think, Thursday evening about 6 o'clock. That's where we could find the most extreme amount of energy. It's also the time where if I had to worry about any time frame for a tornado spin up, it would be right in here Thursday evening between about 3 and 6. So Longview, Jefferson over toward Marshall and into northwestern parts of Louisiana. Friday, we still have a ton of energy rebuilding. I think that's going to lend itself more toward the heavy rainfall and the downpours and the flash flooding that's possible. One of the components I like to look at if I'm looking at severe weather is low-level wind flow. Winds about 5,000 feet off the surface. Why? Well, if the winds are stronger there, it can create some turning in the atmosphere. It can also sustain the updraft in a thunderstorm. That's important for large hail production and also for tornado production. So this evening, it's kind of cranked up. We're finding some pretty fast winds, maybe up to about 65 miles an hour aloft. It does peak tomorrow morning before the thunderstorms get here. And by tomorrow night into Thursday morning, it moves away, and then we get a little more of a charge of wind coming back in Thursday morning, but then that moves away, and then Friday we see a little charge of that wind coming through again, and it kind of peaks Friday afternoon. So that's one of the reasons we have the severe weather outlooks tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, and even into Saturday. But I think the winds aloft are going to generate some heavy rainfall on Friday. Rotation potential is another important thing here. So we're looking, I'm going real deep in depth here. But if a storm is turning, if it's rotating, then it has potential to create large hail or damaging winds and or a tornado. So I'll start here and go into tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., northern Wood County, just a little cell there, could be rotating, so maybe a little hail. That moves off to the east. A stronger thunderstorm may form in Titus County, move across Bowie County into southwestern Arkansas. And then tomorrow evening around Marshall over toward Jefferson in Marion County, and that quickly moves away. But notice the absence of any rotation here on Thursday. So future skycast, I'll step out of the way and go back to see if anybody has any questions about this. Future skycast then tomorrow morning doesn't show much. It has those thunderstorms kind of moving in from the southwest, right? So watch what happens. They do make it all the way down to Tyler and Gilmer, so there's going to be some rain and thunderstorms moving into our area tomorrow morning. Maybe a warning, maybe a severe thunderstorm warning out of that, maybe some marginally large hail. That quickly moves toward Mount Pleasant by 11 a.m., and then that's gone. We do have some rain showers, maybe some embedded rumbles of thunder. Most of the activity tomorrow afternoon then is into southwest Arkansas, northwestern parts of Louisiana. And then Thursday, we've got some showers, a few thunderstorms about 1 o'clock, and then, I'll go back over to the wall because I want to point this out. We have a lot of free range of air, no clouds, nothing to mitigate the thunderstorm development. Winds are due out of the south here, so thunderstorms sometimes when they form out of the south and begin riding those upper level winds aloft can start to turn. And notice the shape of some of these thunderstorms. They have that classic hook echo shape. So maybe we get a severe thunderstorm warning or a tornado warning Thursday evening for about an hour, and maybe another one as the warm front's lifting to the north through Gilmer and Linden. So that would be Thursday evening, 6 to 10. That's one of those prime times that if I would have everything just in case, we would get a warning. Otherwise, Friday, we're back to rain, and then I think Friday night, it's heavy rainfall as we head into the weekend. All right, here's another computer piece of computer data. I just want to compare the two here so that we know that we're not just looking at one piece. We're looking at a couple different pieces. Katie wants to know, do you think the school day tomorrow in Van will be okay? Yes. Is Winona going to get hit? Describe hit. You're going to get a thunderstorm tomorrow morning. I'm not sure about hit by anything too severe, but yeah, Winona is going to have a thunderstorm tomorrow morning. All right, so this is tonight at 10. We go through tomorrow. Right there, Mineola, there could be a little bit of hail and a thunderstorm for sure. It looks like it just moves by Van, maybe even misses Van, up into Wood County from just southwest of Mineola, but again, goes through Winsboro. This weakens quickly once it gets into East Texas. Stronger out here towards Sulphur Springs. There's a little uptick in the energy. Then it weakens. By tomorrow evening, a couple of showers, thunderstorms try to get going again. Strongest storms are over here in northwestern parts of Louisiana. Warm front lifts to the north Thursday morning, and showers and thunderstorms right along the warm front. And we go into Thursday evening with not a lot going on, but we have to watch a couple of cells out to the east. And then heavy rainfall. Why is that going to happen? Well, we've got the upper level winds paralleling the cold front. So the front can't move if the winds are riding over top of it. See how it's just parallel to it, these arrows, and the front sits right there. If you want to move the front, you got to have perpendicular winds aloft. So front sits there. These are very strong winds, which creates lift in the atmosphere. So Friday, heavy rainfall, probably developing in central Texas and moving up to the northeast through southeastern Oklahoma and into Arkansas and into western parts of Missouri. All right, Katie, you're welcome. Andrew, yes, you're going to get thunderstorms in Winona. Now, will they be severe? There's a possibility you could have a severe thunderstorm tomorrow morning. I don't know how severe. I don't think it doesn't look like it's a tornadic storm, but maybe a little bit of hail. All right, rainfall next 7 days. When I showed you the way that front was just kind of stuck there, if you look at the rainfall amounts from Dallas out to Texarkana to Little Rock going westward into south central Oklahoma, generally 2.5 to 5 inches of rainfall could cause some flash flooding. From Tyler to the south, 1 1/4 to 2.5 inches of rainfall. along the I-20 corridor. Over deep East Texas, 1/10 of an inch to maybe 3/4 of an inch of rainfall. So flash flooding may indeed be the biggest threat out of this whole setup here over the next 3 days. All right, I want to show you this because what about Bullard in Smith County? Kimberly, you probably have a thunderstorm tomorrow, but right now, I would think that Bullard at this point, thunderstorms tomorrow, maybe, I don't think so on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, definitely some rain, maybe even some heavy rain. Okay, I just want to show you this because this is perspective. When we concentrate on East Texas and see the enhanced risk, we're like, oh my goodness, we're under enhanced risk. That enhanced risk goes all the way out to Abilene, goes all the way up to the Great Lakes. It's a really large area. So anywhere in here, there's a chance for severe weather. The red area, when I put this into motion, this might just blow your mind. The amount of thunderstorms, I'd be real concerned. Boot Heel, Missouri, western Tennessee, western Kentucky, southern Illinois, near northeastern Arkansas here. This is the thunderstorm tomorrow morning, kind of brushes by us. Again, yeah, so thunderstorms, Winona, Bullard, to the north by the afternoon at 3 o'clock, most of that's gone. But look what happens when it gets, wow, look at this. When you're talking about tons of thunderstorms, rain, lightning, heavy rain, possibly some rotating thunderstorms, large hail in that area in red, very strong thunderstorms through Thursday morning at 1 a.m. So then we're going to transition overnight into Thursday morning to a slight risk of severe weather. And there goes another thunderstorm complex riding into that same area. Here's East Texas. We do have thunderstorms just out to our west, but those thunderstorms are moving north and westward. I'll get new data here in about a half hour, and tonight on CBS 19 News at 10, we'll be able to play this out another 6 hours into Friday and get a better feel for how these thunderstorms are all gonna continue to ramp up. But needless to say, here are the things to remember. We do have that severe weather. The big word here is potential, Wednesday through Saturday, okay? So hail, damaging wind, potential tornadoes. Can't rule out there wouldn't be a spin up or two. Gusty winds and large hail, high water on roadways. Let's watch out for that. I think that in the end is what more of us are going to see versus everything else. And the need here is to have more than one way to get warnings. Review your severe weather plan and charge your extra batteries. And then we look at the 7-day forecast here. And again, we'll show you the 10-day forecast coming up tonight at 10 o'clock. Chris, thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate you too. Look at that 7-day forecast. Now, a lot of folks, it's an interesting question here because are you disappointed if thunderstorms don't form? Would you rather be overwarned or I'll say honestly informed? So what we really look at and say, what we're trying to break this down and give you the best accurate forecast, or would you rather just be broad-brushed, warned, oh my goodness, there's a chance for severe thunderstorms, hide and wait till Saturday or Sunday to come outside? I tend to favor the side where I want to break this down for you so that you know exactly what I'm saying. So sometimes I'm going to go against what maybe others are going to say, but it's my interpretation, it's my analysis on the data, and so because of that, it might differ just a little bit. I just want everybody to be prepared that, yes, an isolated thunderstorm, one tornado in one town can make this terrible 4-day stretch. But the other side of the coin is we have 5, 6 warnings, a little bit of hail here, some severe thunderstorms here, heavy rainfall, and that's about it. So that's the kind of 4-day period we face here. But right now, just looking at that data, it doesn't look like it's going to be a massive severe weather outbreak for East Texas. But we'll keep an eye on that for you. So appreciate you all tuning in here tonight and watching us. That's your 7-day forecast. We get to Sunday, we better break back out the coats. Monday morning, we're down to 41 degrees. We'll have an update on our forecast, of course, on CBS 19 News at 10 o'clock. Hope to see you then. Have a safe night.